This is a video about grFind and grBase. It's a video about how to use the search box on the left of the screen. We'll close this window. What the search box does is let you enter criteria for when you want to find a book. We're using books.grfind.com. Books.grfind.com is a database of books that has been put online. And what the search box does is let you limit your search to get what you want. So the search box is this box on the left, and when you enter stuff in it, the results come back in the table. When the program first starts, every book in the database is shown. For example, in this one, there's 1,065 rows. Now, in the search box, let's say you wanted every first edition in the database. Every signed copy in the database. So we're just going to go down this search box and we're going to click signed. Now, when we click signed, you can see that there's 105 signed copies. So that means everything that came back in this table is signed. So let's say that now you want every signed hardback. You want to limit it to hardback. So you leave signed checked and you find binding up here, and you can use this little box to get a list of stuff that you want. So we'll pick hardback and we click that. Now we have 68 rows. So this means that 68 books are signed and they're hardback. And now let's say for a certain publisher. Again, we can make a selection and we'll click, we'll just make a publisher. Let's just say G.P. Putnam and Sons. We click that. Okay, so now there's 12 rows that are signed hardback from G.P. published by G.P. Putnam Sons. So now if we want to look at all these books, we'll select all and say view items. Now when we view items, to start with, you'll notice in the publisher field they'll all be G.P. Putnam Sons, but we'll be able to use these arrows to scroll through them. So scroll through each book and we can see the detail for each book. And again, these are all hardback, they're all G.P. Putnam Sons, and they're all signed. So we'll make this window little. Okay, notice that there's an icon down here that shows where the book went to. Now we'll clear the search fields. When you clear them, it goes back to start. Now again, it's 1065 rows. So if you're looking for a certain author, let's say Steinbeck, you can start typing in his name, S-T-E-I-N, and you notice I didn't hit return, it just searches as you type. So there's 6 rows, 6 books that have Steinbeck in the author field. But you'll also, or has Stein in the author field. You'll also notice you have Einstein. So if we go back over and continue with B-E-C-K, it goes ahead and narrows it down to Steinbeck John. And again, you can double click on it to see the detail. We'll make this window little again too. Or you can highlight it and hit return. That also will bring the book up. And you also can select it and say view item from the top. So those are 3 ways to see the item. But we're talking about the search box. If the search box is too little for you, you have a slider here that you can grab and pull over and make it larger. So whichever, depending on your screen size, you can move it anywhere you want to make all of the search box smaller or bigger. Also, once you search, we'll reset these search fields. Once you search and you have all this stuff you want to look at, then you can take this arrow on the left and get rid of the search box completely so that you have more room to search, and now all you have is the table in front of you. And that's useful for when you want to see more of these headers, more of these columns. And by the way, you can sort by clicking on the header. So we click on author, it sorts. And of course, these books have nothing in them because they do not have authors. They're magazines or such. Now, if we sort the author, click it again, it sorts it the other direction. So we get the last name, we get it sorted backwards. Same thing with category. We can sort on category. But we're not talking about that now. So let's get that search criteria box back. And a good example is an ISBN. If you know the ISBN of your book, you can just type in 567. Now that's a partial ISBN, but somewhere in this book 567 is in the ISBN, so that's a good way to find a particular book if you know the ISBN. We double click on that, and here the ISBN is 015157, so there's our ISBN. We'll close this. Now we'll look on search everything. We're going to search everything for dog, and what this does is search every book, every field, and all the descriptions for the keyword dog. So if it's in any of that, it'll come back. And so just to show that, we have Jimmy Stewart and his poems. If we double click on that, you wouldn't think dog's in there, but if we look at the description over here, finally down here in the description it says that it includes the poem written by his dog Bo. So it shows that dog is in there. Now if we take and we reset the search fields, now we can search for, we're searching for the last, anything that was entered in the last 2 years. If we take this slider and move it over to anything that was entered in the last hour, then we don't get anything. So nothing's been changed in the last hour. If we go back to, if we click on it, it goes to last day. So there's been one item added in the last day. And if we click on it again, the last 2 days, just one item. Last 3 days, one item. 4 days, 418. So someone was busy 4 days ago. Now you can't. You can go down here and you can still search for the author. And now Anderson Jack. So here's an author, Anderson Jack, that was edited in the last 4 days. So there's a lot of things you can do with the search. We can use this little icon to clear it. We can move this, drag this back to 2 years so that we want everything that's been entered in the last 2 years. And that's a lot you can do with the search. Now these windows that we made small, we minimized a while ago. If we click on this one, we get where we were a while ago. So here's the Pastures of Heaven that we had looked at. We'll just close that. The other one was the group of books that we looked at, was all of the first edition hardbacks. Well, they're still there, including the whole set, and we were on book 6 of 12. So we're right where we left off. So we could, if we wanted to keep that, we could still make that small again and come back and get it later. That's a general idea of how you search, how you use the search box on the left to get what you want on the table on the right. So there's other, if we look at help on searching, of course we get what, I'm sorry, anyway, we get what you, that's how you basically search. We have other guides to show you how to use the table and how to add items with grBase. And thanks for looking, and please look at the other videos that we have. Thank you, and bye.